Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about our prayer beads, what we use in Rissho Kosei-kai, which are very, very unique to any kind of Buddhism practitioners. That's the only kind of prayer beads which are so unique. In Rissho Kosei-kai, the Juzu, as we call it, our prayer beads, is an essential tool in practice representing the path to enlightenment, the overcoming of early desires, and the connection between all beings through teachings of the Lotus Sutra. So the structure of the Juzu, it consists of two large beads, which are those two here. That's the father bead and the mother bead. 108 smaller beads, which are those here, all around. And 4 bodhisattva beads. Those are smaller ones in between here. I will show them later. Additional symbolic beads and 2 sets of tassels. One with 2 tassels, like here, and one with 3 tassels on this side. The father and mother beads. So the father beads, which are those 3 here on the right hand side, those are representing the Shakyamuni Buddha, the source of wisdom and enlightenment, basically. This big bead here on the right hand side always. The mother bead, which is this big one on the left hand side always with the 2 tassels on it, those represents the Dharma, which means the law, symbolizing the eternal truth and compassion. These 2 beads remind us that enlightenment comes from the union of wisdom and compassion. So next up, we've got the 108 beads. So these 108 beads represent the 108 earthly desires that cause suffering. By using the Juzu in practice, we symbolically work towards purifying the mind and overcoming these desires, leading to liberation. So those are all those small beads here, all around. Those are 108 in total. So then we've got 4 great bodhisattva beads. There are 4 smaller beads. They are, and here you can't probably see them. Here's one, and further down here is another one, and the same on the other side. We've got here one and here one. So the 4 smaller beads within the 108 beads, symbolizing the 4 great bodhisattvas from chapter 15 of the Lotus Sutra. So that's the Bodhisattva Yogyo, or superior practice, who represents faith, leadership, and devotion to spreading the Lotus Sutra. Then we've got the Bodhisattva boundless practice, or Myohyangyo, symbolizes boundless compassion, embracing all beings equally. Then we've got the Bodhisattva pure practice, or Bodhisattva Yogyo. He stands for purity of heart, speech, and action. And then we've got the Bodhisattva steadfast practice, or Bodhisattva Anrayogyo. He embodies perseverance and inner peace in adversity. So the 4 bodhisattvas emerged from the earth in the Lotus Sutra and are entrusted with propagating the Dharma in the present age. Their presence in the Juzu signifies our vow to embody their qualities in our daily lives. So then we've got additional symbolic beads on our Juzu, or our prayer beads. There's the bead near the father's bead, which is on the right hand side with the 3 tassels. Basically those here, with those beads, what you see on here. Yeah. Those represent the essential nature of the law that has always existed. The beads near the mother bead, which are the one on the left hand side with the 2 tassels, yeah, those beads on here, they are symbolizing the fundamental unity of all existence. So those beads remind us that Buddhahood is inherent in all beings, and that enlightenment is not something external, but something to be awakened with. So then we've got the 2 and 3 tassels and their meanings. So as you can see, when we've got our Juzu here, on the right hand side we've got the father bead and the 3 tassels. On the left hand side we've got the mother bead with our 2 tassels. So the 2 tassels on the left hand side on the mother bead represent the 2 paths to enlightenment, which is for ourselves, for self-realization, and for others, compassionate service to all beings. The 3 tassels represent the 3 treasures, or the jewels, of Buddhism, which is the Buddha, the enlightened one, the ideal we strive towards, then the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha guiding us to wisdom, and the Sangha, the community of practitioners who support one another. This combination of tassels reminds us that Buddhist practice is not just about personal enlightenment, but also about helping others while always remaining grounded in the 3 treasures. So how are you going to hold your Juzu or prayer beads in Rissho Kosei-kai? The Juzu is traditionally draped over both hands with the tassels hanging down, expressing basically reverence, unity and mindfulness. So this is basically done, you hold him like that, they go around your middle finger, then they be twisted once, so you've got the infinite sign basically, it presents infinity, and going around the middle finger on the left hand side, and we hold like that. Okay, so moving the beads during chanting helps maintaining focus and bring awareness to each recitation. So they can basically be used as well for counting, for each bead for 1 repetition. For example, if we do the Namo Myoho Renge Kyo chanting, but that's not necessary. It is never to be placed directly on the floor or treated carelessly, as it really represents the Buddha, the Buddha's teaching for us. So this is basically a symbol of the Buddha's teaching, and it represents for us as well the Gohonzon, where we recite on, where we'll do a different video on later on. So in Rissho Kosei-kai, the Juzu is much more than a counting tool, basically. Yeah, like in other Buddhist traditions where those prayer beads are used to count. It embodies the entire path to enlightenment, overcoming desires, and the guidance of the 4 great bodhisattvas. And by understanding its meaning deeply, we transform the Juzu from a simple object into a powerful reminder of our vow to walk the path of the Buddha and bring peace, wisdom, and compassion into the world. So I hope it makes the explanation of this specific Juzu or prayer beads in the Rissho Kosei-kai makes it a bit clearer to you, because it's a bit confusing because there are so many different prayer beads out and so many different traditions. So I hope this video will help you understanding those Rissho Kosei-kai prayer beads. Thank you, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video.